Let's say they come to Babas from, they baptize you. Baba Baba. It's on? Yeah. You hear it? Please? My sound? It's okay? Okay. It's an automatic adjusting. That's a high definition one or no? Because they are very small these days. Huh? Oh, yeah. I was tempted, but I resisted to buy one. Huh?
Very expensive too.
No. 1,200 euros. Not so expensive.
1,200?
1,200.
It's not so bad.
Not so bad. It's cheaper than your machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah. Thanks God I'm used to that. So, it's time, yes. No, 1 minute more relaxing. Yeah, I have to play the German or not. I grew up like this, sharp. 10 o'clock. And full on the 12.
Who is more punctual, a German guy or a British guy?
More. Who can be more punctual than the German?
The Swiss.
The Swiss are 5 minutes earlier. That's different. Depends where you are in Switzerland. The German, the French, or the Italian? Bah. So Swiss is not Swiss, but German? Okay, Schwaben is different, but... Elsewhere? Krista is always on. Krista has no time, so she's always in the right time. Always ready. Okay, let's start with whatever. It's time now, huh? So even if you are a German or not, there will be a German who reminds you. No way out. Aye. Okay. So, some questions left over from yesterday? No. All set, all understood, all clear? Wow. Yes. No, I didn't say it like this, but no. I think I said your natural state. What's the meaning of Raman? Also, your natural state is meditation. It's the moment you wake up, you meditate about what you are. So your natural state is meditation. So your nature is the total functioning of meditation. At the moment you wake up, you become a meditator, meditating what is about that, what is a meditator. The wrong thing or the misunderstanding is now here that you think by meditation you can gain or attain what you are. That's the only thing what is too much. The expectation that by meditation you can know what you are. And that makes you one who is working for himself. It's like a slavery. You become a slave for that idea that you can do by action or non-action become what you are. Or know what you are. And that becomes like you bite in the apple of knowledge. And then you're in trouble. Okay? So your nature when you wake up is a total functioning of meditation. That's consciousness. It's another word for meditation. Life meditating about itself as consciousness. At the moment you get it, you are not there anymore. Sorry, but then even then you don't have anything from it. So trying to understand that is not the way, because you try to understand again to gain something by that understanding. That's not meditation. You know what I wanted to point to? Meditation is without expectation or intention. But your intention is now by understanding, to know the nature of meditation, you want to control it. So again it becomes like an expectation. What to do? That makes you a seeker. And who is sicker than the seeker? It's like a disease. You get out of the ease of meditation into the disease of expectation, simply by misunderstanding. So we are talking here about and pointing out that it's only a misunderstanding, that's all. And to see the misunderstanding is maybe whatever puts you at that ease you are. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? So all the meditation techniques are meant for that you go into that, whatever is in your natural state, which is meditation, without expectation. But it may work or may not work. Please? Moment by moment. Yeah, I cannot not meditate. At the moment I wake up, I start meditating. I have the absolute practice to be that what is meditation. And there's an effortlessness of meditation. No one has to think about what's the time now, when do I have to start, what technique, how do I sit right, or anything of this. All that is, I don't need to do. That's because I'm so lazy. So my laziness keeps me away from all that tactic. So I'm just be as I am, lazy as I can be. The laziest bastard I know. Because meditation is not a doing. Do you meditate? What an idea. How do you do? No. It's all fine. But at the moment you think you make a special meditation, then you become a meditator. It's a special way. Then by that special way you expect something to come out of it. So I'm sitting here to point out your nature is meditation, for that nothing has to come or to go. Or nothing, whatever technique can be there, that you can make a special meditation. Because all that is about meditating about what you are, and the next sip of coffee is as the quality of meditation as whatever is or is not. Okay? Paolo, okay? Sadhana, okay? Ah. Sorry. Yes.
So Mr. Kadada, he meditated upon life as that, right?
No, his guru gave him this mantra, who am I? And he's just believed in his guru and trusted him totally and just did what his guru was telling him, and then by that who am I, he came into the I am, in the beingness.
I thought he told him that he is Brahman. He told him, and then Mr. Kadada didn't believe that.
No, he said, he gave me that mantra, and after 2-3 years I just realized to be space like spirit, and that is beingness, and that then it was fine. There are different books. I think Gene Dunn is telling a different story than Paul or any whatever thing. Whoever was there tells a different story.
But anyway, some of the Vedas, they say to just focus on the self like that. Like
Yeah, sounds good.
your life, like
Sounds
all the
good.
time.
Do what?
All the time, like instead of... I don't really get it.
No, you just try to repeat what I just said, because when you wake up, you are that what is meditation. That is focusing on what you are. It's in the concentration camp of what you are.
But I guess it's a different way of seeing it as kind of sacred. Everything is just totally the self.
Yeah, but who calls it something? Even to say everything is self is one too many who says everything is self. Just be what you are and meditate about what you are, but not by whatever everything is sacred, everything is this and this. You put already too much to it. Just be that. That's all. And to put it, make like a higher self, the supreme, whatever, and the sacred is already one who wants to make it special again. So it's the most simple. Breathing in, breathing out, meditation. Moment by moment. At the moment this body wakes up, it starts to meditate. And there's nothing sacred or not sacred in it. It's simply as it is. Energy in action. And then they call it the karmic consciousness, which is absolute action and non-action. Or action and reaction, and all that. So there's a karmic consciousness, which is an absolute action and reaction to that action which is consciousness. That is meditation. The dance, or whatever you call, of life. Okay? Oh. And there was light. Only for a while. Concentrate on yourself. Billabong. Boah. Australians have funny names, huh? Billabong. Bimbi. Yeah. The Aborigines. Yes, you are an Aborigine of Holland, huh? So, everything okay? Or go? Shall we go deeper?
So then if that's, you're just being in your natural state all the time, and from there you can't get to the absolute.
No.
What to do?
Yeah. Be in your natural state at the moment you wake up in that what is you call consciousness. Be that what is consciousness by simply I am that I am. Because that what is prior and beyond that I cannot be attained by anything. But that is whatever you can do in this so-called consciousness realm. And that's not so bad. Because for that to know what you are, there's a total hopelessness for that, or helplessness. You cannot attain that. Because it's never part of any so-called scenery.
To just enjoy it.
As I always say, enjoy yourself. It may take a while. And if you don't enjoy yourself, there will be no other self who enjoys you. So what to do? Yeah, and it's Kavish, everything okay? Good arrival? Good. Yes.
Did you have any special influence from Ramana Maharshi? If you had, please, a private story about it.
My private story?
Yes.
It's not so private. I told it so often when I was asked. Not, otherwise I'm not interested to tell any story. But no, I'm especially here by invitation. As everyone is here by invitation. An unavoidable invitation. So if this whatever is calling, you may find yourself buying a ticket and you'll end up sitting somewhere on the mountain.
It's happened.
Huh?
It's happened.
It happened.
How?
How?
How it was? Yes. In your life.
Okay, let's make a fairy tale out of it. Because it's all a fairy tale anyway. But so as I wrote this IMZ, or I read this IMZ from Nisargadatta, and the German edition there's Mr. Balsekar in Bombay mentioned. So I said, oh, if there's a successor of Mr. Nisargadatta, maybe take a look at him. So I was arrived in Bombay, and then, okay, it was okay, nice. Then I saw the mountain, and he was referring to Ramana as one of his biggest influences. Oh yeah, okay. So it was okay with Balsekar, but something I don't know. So that very night, the first night in Bombay, Mr. Ramana is sitting on my bedside, and I couldn't sleep. So he always, be Ramana, be Ramana, be Ramana, be Ramana. So shut up, I want to sleep. I don't know you. What do you want from me? Please let me sleep. Be Ramana, be what you are, be what you are, be Ramana, all these things. I said, okay, if he especially comes from this bloody mountain to sit on my bedside, I buy a ticket. It was in the evening of that day, I was in Bangalore, and that night here. So the second day India, I was already in Tiro. So,
So your first feeling. Do you remember your first feeling about this place?
dirty.
I can see feeling, but second one.
No, you arrive at night and you're exhausted from the fly and from the taxi because 95 was bah, 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 and God, exhausted. And then you watch out and then there's only one chai shop there because 95 it was really not like this. No? So then you look for your friend, there's an address, but no one knows her. And you're totally frustrated. And then you have to go inside the town to the Trishul hotel and then, boom. It was not so pleasant. I just wanted to go again.
Was it spiritual feeling?
No, not the first night. No, not really. But the second day, I went to the ashram and I was entering the samadhi, and after 15 minutes, I couldn't find an exit anymore. So I was back in the light I had experienced 16 years ago. There was simply that awareness light, and I could not. Wow. So simply, wow. Saying, okay, if this is like it, why not? Then you sit there and enjoy it.
You had the same feeling all these 16 years? Or it deeper or less?
No, in that years before, that 15 years, it was always like I could not predict when this light happened because sometimes driving with the car and I felt it. It was like a little before, and I had to go to the parking, just bomb. And then after a while, you wake up again and you can continue. So it's unpredictable. But here was predictable. I was sitting down and was there. Otherwise, it was like going to a pizzeria and sitting somewhere, and then you don't see a pizza anymore. It's not so comfortable.
It sounds like you have a disability.
Yeah, it's like a disease. It's like it's like a vacuum. It sucks you in, like and you boom, and there's this light, boof, and then it's like boof, okay. And then first you what again, and then okay, then you just sit and wait until it's gone again because it's like a recall. It's like the automobile is like a running out model, and then it needs to be maintained somewhere. So you get a recall. Then into that light, and then you stay boom, and all these energetic happenings and things of migraine and body aching, and that you can read under the blanket because there's lightning coming out of your skin and things, all that. It's fun for a while, but who needs it?
Did you recognize it? Did you recognize this feeling or it was pop?
Which one?
Did you recognize this feeling like yourself?
No, it was simply...
Like your home?
No, it was really more like a rape. Something was raping that what I thought I was. It's more a rape, which cannot be predicted, not be controlled. So I started to I tried to control it for a while, but that made my migraine coming, because there was a resistance. Wow, I wanted to control this energy. And I didn't want to go to that light because it just sucks you, because what's going on here? But then, so you, in one moment there's an acceptance and then it's okay. Fine. But it took, I think I was a very hard nut. It took quite a while. But it's common like. It's like if late 70s, if this initiation of light happens, like this death experience or life experience, after that there is all this, whatever, energy experiences. So it's like not by energy experience you got that, whatever initiation, by that initiation the energy experience happens. So out of that maybe understanding by heart, all that energy can, whatever, come. But not by the energy you try to control or you try to make your kundalini rise or anything, that may happen. All that is already a side effect of that first understanding. So, what to do?
But still, you could see it coming when you were driving and said, "Oh,
it's not coming. It's like it's something. It's like a vibration on the skin or something happens."
But then you say, "I have
Signs.
to park,
Then,
otherwise
yeah, I better park now because
it's gonna go."
no, you cannot see anything. You have to be still, otherwise maybe there's an accident. There's still a survival system running.
But then that lasted for how long? 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours?
I don't know. I didn't care. It just happened like it lasted as long as it lasted.
But in the pizzeria, you order pizza and then the waiter.
Yeah,
very close.
the waiter, when she came and touched me, it was gone. It was a recall again. So what to do? Tja. It was not a disappearance. It was just not. I was not able to. There was no forms anymore. You can discriminate. Not nothing. There's light. There's pure light. As I saw maybe the day before yesterday, I walked. There was that light, and then everything became light. It's like when I watch television, even now these days, the amazing thing is the television is still, the program is running, but everything is gone. I'm still fascinated that everything is light, but the television is running. So that's why I'm watching. I like to watch television so much, because at least there's something going on. It's not disturbed by that. Because if I come to rest, and the perception is just sinking down, and everything is disappearing into light, but the television runs still. I'm still fascinated by that phenomenon. Crazy, yeah? So I enjoy myself watching television. But
What you're describing is almost, it reminds me of the calamity that Eugene spoke of.
there are similarities,
Yeah,
but differences. But as always, everything is unique. Whatever is all. If the calamity is unique, so what to do? But I can say it's not pleasant when this whatever happens. No one wants that. It's not a practical, working whatever thing, what you expected. Because it's more a rape. It's raping you. You cannot control it. Totally uncontrollable. So, what to do? Yeah. You want a soft penetration, I know. Yeah. No, as a human being, it's maybe not so advisable to look for it, because you will not be, enjoying it. As a movie, you can enjoy it, but not thinking this is like then blissful, welcoming feeling, and always happy and warm like a shower, and No, it's body aching, and everything is aching, and everything is and you have migraine, you have this and this. No. If you ask me if I would look again, better not. You don't need it.
is there a possibility that you really
Absolutely. I'm still damaged.
I'm wondering if both of your psychology is
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am absolute crazy. I am absolute insane.
I'm still looking for the causal thing.
No, but I have to say, since that late 70s, is still this whatever perception itself, which is uninterrupted, that what I am. In spite of all the body change and all the experiences and all what happens now or then, that is uninterrupted, that what I am. There is no change in it. So, and that for me is whatever. So it's worse, whatever. So who cares what happens then? It's like what Ramana said. What happens? Like in the samadhi of the whatever Maso or something. There's this how it happened with him. And since then they said there's an uninterrupted that. That I can confirm in a way that it's like if this experience is this whatever is there, it's like a note which is uninterrupted. And then everything is like a whatever around you, but it cannot disturb that. So absolute independent of that circumstance, how it is. So. Yes. Please? Oh, for 10 years I didn't sleep. There was simply like an uninterrupted awareness flow. But then it happened again that I just stopped. Because after this 95, this experience in the cave, I slept again. Because before it was like a permanence of that whatever flow of light. There was no sleep. And no need for it. There was not an exhaustion of it. The body was resting, but what I am not. But after this 95, after that whatever split thing, I sleep again. Because there's no need for that awareness. But who knows?
What do you mean when you say, but who knows? You said it last time.
Yeah, who knows what comes. Maybe it will happen again that I don't sleep again and only that happens. But now it's like it... Because then it was like uninterrupted, there was like an uninterrupted story, of no story, of an awareness. But now it goes to the deep, deep sleep and then it goes to the awareness and then as whatever, everyone knows it. So, but then I was established in that whatever light. But as I said, it's still one too much. Who is established somewhere. It's crazy. There was still like a dependency on light. Most subtle. Crazy. It was okay, but it was not really okay. So. And now it's not even okay. Whatever.
Did you lose the feeling of your individuality once? Did you lose it? Feeling of individuality?
No, it's a different thing. I lost the relative individuality. It's like it became an absolute one. The absolute person, like. When I'm here, I'm like an absolute person. I'm just not like a little me or something. That you mean? But there's an absolute one, I tell you.
Is it possible to describe it? Not to feel.
No, it's like at the beginning you are like a little owner of some body, mind, organism. You own something, what is yours. And there are others who own something too. But from there it goes out like you become that. So you become from a little owner to that. What is that? So you become the absolute owner. That's all.
Constant feeling.
If you have that experience, you cannot deny anymore. It's like a doubtlessness of being that. This is not something you can gain or lose. Because that was never, never. You cannot say this is something new. This was never, never. This was inspired always about all that misunderstanding in front of you. So this presence you are is always, was, is and will always be in spite of all that scenery. So in that scenery there was one who took this as his born, whatever, misunderstanding, and then there was an understanding and went out to it in that awareness. But even that all is part of the scenery. But all that scenery can only happen in the presence of what you are. So that presence has to be there, that there can be one who forgets himself, and the presence has to be there, that there can be one who remembers himself. So that presence, that what is, you may call perception itself, without that there is nothing of all of that dreamlike forgetting or remembering. So in forgetting you become a little one, like that one, and in remembering you become again this big one. But still this presence is uninterrupted. And that presence is not small or big. That all is consciousness. Consciousness identified or not identified. Cosmic consciousness or identified little consciousness. Shiva big, Shiva small. But the presence of that perception has nothing to do with it. The absolute seer was never part of the scenery. And the absolute seer, which is perception itself, was never interrupted. And only in that presence there was a presence of consciousness, identified or non-identified. But for that presence, it doesn't matter if it's identified or non-identified. So that is always never in the scenery of that, whatever you call consciousness. So that what is never in the dream, that absolute dreamer, is uninterrupted what this one is. So never depending of a big or small one. But if you ask me as this consciousness, there was a time of a little one, and now there's maybe a time of a little asshole, now is a big asshole. But that is never part of it. And that I would say that is what I am, as what I am. But that what is consciousness is always sometimes identified, sometimes not. It's always changing. You can never fix it. Unpredictable. As a name?
Yeah, your name is I. Does it exist for you?
Yeah, when I wake up it's there, when I'm not...
You
when
use it, but it exists?
Whatever I say now has to be wrong. If I say it does, it is wrong. If I say it doesn't, it's wrong too. I only can say for what I am, it doesn't matter. It is or is not, who cares? So if I say it is, it's wrong. If I say it's not, it's the same as wrong. Both is only because the definer, one who defines it. But who needs the definition? That's the question. So prior to that definer is what I am. The presence of what I am is never depending on what the definer is saying or not. So for that what I am, there is not even truth or freedom or whatever you call. All that depends on that trinity of one who needs truth or defines truth or God or anyone. So my nature is always uncaused and independent of whatever happens there. Because otherwise you make always discriminate again. And the discriminator is always that one, the first I, this first absolute notion of awareness of I.
Don't think about it.
The thinking happens here. There's a thinker, but this you cannot make any attribute to it. Thinking or no thinking depends always is depending to this one, or belongs to this one. This is a phantom already, so it's a phantom thinking and a phantom not thinking. But it's still a phantom, thinking or not thinking. But who cares about the phantom? If he is thinking or not thinking. Mind, no mind, never mind. So because otherwise you're all depending on this one. Thinking is wrong, no thinking is good. Heaven and hell. But it needs a devil who creates hell and heaven. And this is a devil me, like the devil, whatever, the light. Already this is Lucifer, in a way. Already starts here, with the first notion of existence. There starts the devil me. That is the root thought I. And out of the root thought I comes I am, and then the world. So the disease starts here, not here. This is the root of all diseases. That by waking up, there is one who woke up. So to stay where you are is impossible. No one stays there. There is no one. Only to be what you are, which is prior and beyond that first one, that you cannot not be. My what? My roof? The root. This one. This one, of that one. No, no. No, you cannot. Cannot even call it existence. It's you. That's why they say it's absolute existence, which doesn't have to exist to exist. It's absolute being, which doesn't have to be to be. So it's like a paradox. It is even when it's not. There's a total paradox. So it's with and without experience what it is. So you can never frame it in a way. Like you can only speak in paradoxes about it. But I only can say you cannot not be it. And the rest is the rest. And the whole restaurant of that consciousness can you not give you the rest of that. So rest in that where there is no one who can rest. But only pointers. So this nato, be what you cannot not be, is the closest for me at least to point to it. So that is with and without anything, what it is. And there's never any disturbance in that. So if you look for peace or freedom or moksha, just simply be that.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome. So I'm talking to that actually, because the rest I'm not interested in. Actually, and that doesn't need to be talked to. So it's always a paradox. I'm doing something. Yeah. My talking is already a paradox. But it's unavoidable.
Well, sure, so many people around.
Yeah, they place. I tried not to do it actually. I always were sitting in the restaurant here, and they were just talking, having coffee, and then people come, and even I paid the coffee, and it was fine. So I was happy. But then one day there was a German organizer sitting there, and always then emails and calling, we should do something in Germany, blah blah blah. Forget it. I don't sit in front of people and take money and talk about things I don't. There's nothing to say for me anyway in that. I sit somewhere and if there's someone has a question, I give my bloody answer and forget all the rest of it. Forget it. But then I could not sleep for 4 or 5 weeks. Shit. Always this energy, always this shit. I like to sleep because I like to sleep again after that, whatever. Because it's not so bad. Boom. So I said, okay, once. I tried once. The one weekend was set somewhere in Berlin. So the first night, 6 people came. Okay, so okay. Next night, no one came. I said, bah! Bah! And I told him, you see, if tomorrow no one comes, this is it. And I was really happy. And how can you happy no one comes? I tell you. If this is not meant for me, I'm totally happy for it. Next day, 8 people came. Shit. Okay, let's see. So from then on, so I better do this job before I cannot sleep. There's no other reason, I tell you. For me, it's the best reason I can have. That I sit here to talk. I rather talk 2 hours a day, or 3 times 2 hours. It's a deal. It's a total deal. No, it's like in England they say if you are gifted you have to perform. So if you're not perform when you are gifted from whatever is, that's like whatever. You are not fulfilling your duty in a way. So you better accept your duty. And when you are gifted that you can put something in words which are normally not can be put in words, then you have to spit them out. So I'm more like a coarse-pitting honesty. But for who? Who needs it? So that's why. Or why not? It's the same. story, yeah? Story. Actually, I really have to make an effort to think about it. That's something. But then it comes easy. But normally, who cares? This bloody biography of enlightenment. Imagine there are books about that. Biography. How can I be a biography of enlightenment? Come on. Or two enlightened meeting. Or there's enlightenment meeting somewhere. Imagine. Whoever goes, who is not.
People told me you are lazy. You're just lazy.
I'm just lazy. But that's, in the Upanishad it's written so often that the jnani is the laziest you can get. Because he doesn't know any jnani and he doesn't know anyone who does or does not anything. So, yes.
You must have really wanted it because, for 5 years you were practicing some kind of a technique. Because
Me?
You wanted it.
No, I was taking peyote.
But
Is that a technique?
yeah, but
That's not a technique.
but isn't,
Just having fun.
but didn't you really want to accomplish something with that?
Do what?
Like, didn't you want
To where?
to find the truth?
No. I just wanted to be free.
Well, that's the
No,
same.
when I took peyote, if I was milking the cows, there was no one who was milking the cows. That was all. Yeah, if you live on a farm, you're a farmer. You in the daytime you study somewhere, agriculture, and every morning from 5 to 7, and every night from 5 to 7 you have to milk the cows. It's nicer if you have some entertainment. And sometimes you put your head on the cow when you come from the discotheque, drunken still, and the cow is so quiet and you sleep, and the cow doesn't mind if woof, woof, woof. After 1 hour, oh! So, and the cow... So cows are actually more my teacher as everything else. They really don't care.
So I'd say 5 years is pretty determined. Like, 5
Yeah.
years is a long time.
I get good supply from New Mexico. And if you do it day by day, it becomes like you in a separate reality in the first and the second and then even there. It becomes your nature. So but not by intention. It just happened. It's not like I took peyote and because I wanted to then stay and established in the second reality. No. It was nice for me, a nice drug.
But it must have kind of worn down a little bit your ego then, because it was all of a sudden like, la-di-da, who cares?
No.
No?
It's not about the ego. Who cares about this ego so much?
Well, I've had experiences. I've had an experience where I was a light, and after a while it got too boring.
Yeah, for who?
Well, somebody figured it was too boring.
Yeah.
Time to not do that anymore.
So what?
Well, then, it's like for you, obviously, that was much stronger because you just kept playing.
No, I just didn't want to milk the cows. No, I tell you, I became an artist because I didn't want to milk the cows. That was the reason I became an artist. Once when I was 12 years old, I saw a movie. There was an artist or a writer who could sleep in till noon. That was heaven for me. If you wake up every morning at 5 o'clock and then you have to touch already something and then... And then you see this whatever movie, then it's really he can sleep in. And then because of that I became an artist and then left all the farm and my heritage and broke the heart of my father, I tell you. It was very strong, this tendency not to milk the cows. So even breaking the heart of my father and everything I didn't care. So there was a kind of carelessness, you mean? I careless went out of the farm, caring not about the broken heart of my father and mother, the whole family breaking together.
Well, maybe it was from
Bah.
the peyote. It was like
It was from the peyote.
something of the ego,
No. If you ask me now, it's unpredictable and it has to happen. That there was no one who had any intention by it and controlled it by wanting it or not. Every step, every breathing in and out, every thought comes by itself and leads to the next one. There is no one who can make a plan out of it. And I took things and because of that and blah, 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 blah. Every breathing in, every moment is like a fulfillment of that realization of that. And there's no one who can control it in any way. And by no wish and by no wishy-washy you can make it a story of any biography of a me out of it, who had some special events in his life, and by that special events breaking down into his ego and then went down to his nitty-gritty existence. But that you want to do, making a biography and then even comparing your biography to mine. Yeah, okay? It's always like a comparison, always running, then discriminating. How far am I now? Because he went like this, and now what is my position?
Well, actually, the truth is that there are no two people who ever went the same way.
No? Was there anyone who went anyway? What is the truth? You thought you found the truth because there are no two people who went the same way? Sounds good, but it's the same bullshit as you say there's one who went the same way. I hope so. And I'm not telling you this story because you need to be helped by your story. What? Vancouver. Yeah, it's always a danger because even then you read these books and Mr. Tolle or something, and then you compare your story with that story again. How long do I have to lay on the bench to wake up? How much despair do I need? Boah. And then now you say, oh, where's my migraine? Maybe I need migraine to do something. Yeah. No. You start to have the same grandma than me.
I think you might do bigger business with a peyote than with your collection box there.
Yeah, you don't know, but next year I will offer some peyote rituals. No, in Santa Fe, actually, I talk more to shamans and peyote people than here in India. This is all Indian. When I'm there, I'm talking more about Castaneda and all the stalking techniques and things than here talking about some who am I, because there's no difference in essence. Just different way, whatever, you approach it. That's all. Huh? No, I don't tell you.
It's still illegal, you know. I know a shaman who had all his stuff confiscated.
No, in Santa Fe it's legal.
Well, this was in Utah.
Yeah, in Santa Fe is legal. There's even seminars and things and rituals for. America is not America.
But suing still happens if something goes wrong, you know. Women
Do what?
run off the road or something on the way home.
Do what?
In Utah.
In Utah?
Yeah, she had an accident on the way home. It's a big problem.
I know. Yeah, there are many people who have accidents on the way back from something. No, if you ask me what was the biggest influence, was my grandma. That was really my guru. If I always tell this is the same story over and over again, but this was really giving me that presence or that presence first. When I was 3 years old already, it was never broken in that sense. This peace which was given by my grandma, no one else could give me. So this story is always like you lost your toys or something. You are totally poor me, I lost my mother. And then this old lady, come boy, sit down, be quiet, close your eyes. What do you see now? Nothing. That belongs to you. And there was a peace. immense peace without anything. Just by that, sitting down, closing your eyes, and there's nothing, and that belongs to you. Just that information, yeah. Joy. The joy of having nothing. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. And there was a presence of that. And then, of course, you look again, and you lose again, and you get lost again, and then comes this 2.5 center lady and says, sit down. And again, yeah, I know. So that's my lineage. Yeah, that's very common in Germany. Yeah. Same lineage. There's always someone who knows nothing belongs to you and tells you that, but you don't believe it. Yeah. Because longing is only because you have this idea something belongs to you. And out of the belonging comes longing. So the ownership is always the one and only problem at all. And even Mr. Rama always said, if you just could drop the mind, you will be very fine if you just could drop the mind. By seeing the mind is bullshit, is an illusion and just a crazy idea. Just see the craziness in that idea that something could belong to you, and you will be fine as you are. There's nothing else to it. Without mind, you're fine. But any so-called biography of my so-called spiritual life, of my great experiences, of whatever deep experience of thing, and you are collecting them in some history of yours, makes you loaded like nothing. And even the deepest enlightenment experience is like a load. And you are loaded by that. It's a burden, whatever. So what to do? But how to do that? It's not possible. Yes. That is still one too many. This no one is one too many. Because I would say in this dream there is one who could get something, but not what is that one. But to say there is no one, you already deny something what it needs a denier. It needs one who says there is nothing. And that one is still one too many. So whatever you say could be the truth is for sure not. So that not one, or that one who, whatever has this experience, there's no one at home. There's still one too many who sees there's no one at home. But who is this no one who is not there? So it needs always like a discriminator. There is one or no one. It needs one who says there is one or no one. And that one already is a phantom definer. And you are with and without that one, that's all. There's nothing right or wrong with it. But your nature is with and without that definer, what it is. It never needs the presence of anyone who knows or doesn't know to be what it is. So knowledge is not depending on one who knows or doesn't know. So your nature is never depending on one who knows something or doesn't know something, or any truth or freedom or anything. So whatever you can imagine, one or no one or whatever, it needs its first imagination, the root thought. So your nature is never depending on one of that, whatever comes out of that. Yes. Yeah, it's a pointer that you are, if you want to go beyond whatever you imagine, you just be prior. So to go beyond is being prior. So being absolute lazy, not coming out of what you are. But how can you do that? So I would say be what you cannot not be. Be that what is with and without that experiencer, what you are. Because whatever at the presence of that experiencer is experiencing, whatever is there is a dream-like experience. Always fleeting, always changing. And there will be no rest in that. So rest in that what is prior or beyond all your imagination of being that what is with and without any experience what it is. As your nature never demands any experience to be what is your nature. And that whatever needs an experience to exist is already dependent on something. So the purest notion of existence already is dependency. So you better be prior to the first and the last. And that is always the light of presence of awareness, as your nature is prior and beyond that. And that never demands any whatever idea of knowledge or understanding or whatever kind. So understand that for what you are, there is no one needed to understand or not to understand, to be it. And that understanding of that one is always a misunderstanding. So out of that ignorance of the first one, only ignorance comes. And knowledge is never part of any scenery and can never be known by anyone, not even by that what is what you are. So be happy. Very welcome. Welcome, welcome. So this doubter you cannot get rid of. At the moment the doubter wakes up, he starts to doubt. And that is consciousness. The nature, you may say, even of consciousness is doubting, and out of doubting, questioning itself. And it will never come to any rest. At the moment there's a... At the moment energy wakes up, it creates existence, and existence is already doubtful. Out of the purest existence as I, is everything okay, but there's a doubter starts. I, doubtful I, existential crisis, am what? So this will always ask itself, I, and that by his nature, by his loving, caring nature, falling in love, you're in love with yourself, you try to know what is your beloved. I am what? So at the moment there is an existence, as purest consciousness, he tries to inquire into that what is consciousness. At the moment there is consciousness as awareness, even the superior awareness, there's a starting of inquiry. And I'm not the first to say so. It's like Nisargada's famous thing is like, at the moment of consciousness is there, as awareness, inquiry starts. Meditation. So the meditation will always happen in that whatever waking up. Meditation happens. And you can maybe come to the total functioning of meditation to be that, without any expectation. But even that can end up again in expectation. So it's unpredictable. And be happy that it cannot lead you to that what you are. And you don't need it to change. And your nature has to be in any given or not given circumstance what it is. Otherwise it's not worth being it. Any nature which depends on the presence of an harmonic non-acceptance is still depending on a non-acceptance or non-expectation. So your nature is acceptance. And acceptance means you are acceptance but you don't have one. And to be acceptance means there is no second to you. Because there is no need for acceptance. For you to be what you are. And that is acceptance. But that what needs to accept something. And by that acceptance to control something or to have his harmonic or peace is a depending one again. And that all depends on this one. So your nature is acceptance, but that you cannot reach. That you can only be. That you cannot become by any relative acceptance. Okay?
So absolutely has no impact whatsoever what we do.
If in that life, yes, but not for what you are. So there's always this paradox. In the dream, it all has this, whatever, reaction. Every action has a reaction in that so-called realm of that dream-like consciousness. But for what you are, your nature is never affected by that. So yes and no. In the dream, everything what you do will have a result. But for what you are, you cannot make it depending on it. So yes and no. So if you jump out of a helicopter or out of a plane, you may bump, pang. So there will be an effect, cause and effect. But for that what is the causelessness of existence, all that cannot affect it.
So any kind of techniques to, look at the mind and see through your strategies and your stuff to see if you can stop the mind
No, it's nice. It's the power of nice. No, it's nice. It's a nice psychotherapy. No, it has to be a psychotherapy. Huh? No, it's nice. If you ask me, if as a person, I give you a personal advice. How do you maybe can get a personal peace? And then there are techniques for that. There's nothing wrong with it. Why not? So it depends on your goal. If you have a personal goal of a personal peace, there are techniques for that. Even if you have a goal of an impersonal peace, there are techniques for that. But by all that techniques or tactics which are in tic-tac, you cannot get out of that tic-tac by any tactic. So all the tactics and tic-tacs, they belong together, and they all belong to one who needs something, who needs an advantage. That all belongs to this dream. All that advantages, disadvantages belong to that dream character, which already is a phantom, a ghost. So it's ghost, whatever. And why does it called ghost? Because it goes someday. It goes. And you have to be what you are without it again. Oh, with your beloved body. You cared so much. So you're caring about the corpse. Because the destiny of what you care is already dead.
Caring happens.
Scaring? Yeah, scaring the caring. Because you care and you scare. You are scared that what you cared about will be gone. Poor me. What shall I do? And maybe it's not looking so good as it looked before.
Maybe the feminine way is other than the male way. Look at Pamela. She's all about her body.
She's what?
She cares about her body.
Do I look like if I wouldn't care?